hope that all of you are always fine and always happy. First of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Annisa Ramadhani from PM 2022G, and my student identification number is 220301271139. So, in this time, I will show you all that how to teach math to make it fun and it feels easier to understand by students. So, here we go. Mathematics learning is a process of interaction between teachers and students that involves developing thinking patterns and processing logic in a learning environment. If your majors in an education study program and you choose to be a teacher, you will learn the value of building relationships with your students, communicating with parents, and thoroughly planning your lessons. Particularly, if you are teaching math, you need to emphasize a strong foundation. You need to make sure that your students understand the basics before you move forward. Mathematics education helps students develop problem-solving skills, logical reasoning, critical thinking, and quantitative literacy. In this discussion, we will discuss the importance of mathematics education and the challenges that come with teaching mathematics. Students feel that mathematics is scary to learn, and it feels very difficult. That is because the student lacks in training themselves on the question. And of course, the other factors is in the teacher. Students are more easily bored with the teacher's monotonous teaching and uninteresting intonation. A math teacher impressing killer on some students. Because teaching habits are monotonous and unfair on the impression of a killer teacher, like that is what makes students sometimes feel pressured when math subject arrive. Varied, intuitive, and interesting learning methods make the process of learning mathematics in the classroom entertaining and fun for students. The method has implication for student motivating in learning. Therefore, the selection of methods must be appropriate and not monotonous, so that students do not feel bored in receiving mathematical material from the teacher. The low learning outcomes of students in mathematics learning are caused by many factors. One of them is the factor of teachers who are less able to create a pleasant learning climate for students. A teacher in mathematics lesson is required to be able to create an active, creative, and fun learning atmosphere for students with the creation of such an atmosphere. It can foster and even increase student interest in mathematics. Math can be a hit or miss subject for students. When it comes to learning math, there is often no middle ground, and this makes it a difficult subject for teachers to teach. Teachers need to show the same amount of enthusiasm for the subject that they want to see from students. If teachers perceive the material as boring and daunting, so will students. Educators show an enthusiasm for math and find ways to incorporate that enthusiasm in lessons. Students will become more willing to learn. Strategies in learning are needed by teaching teachers in solving various learning problems in mathematical subjects, so that students feel happy, active, and don't feel pressure in following the teaching and learning process of mathematics in class. So that with such an attitude, teachers and students can achieve the desired goals in learning. Learning mathematics will be easier if the teachers connected learning with everyday life. In my opinion, it will be more effective because students will also connect it with everyday life and don't forget easily. So students will remember in the long term. Besides that, the teachers can also give lesson using the game method and provide visual, so that learning is more fun, not boring and monotonous, so that students will be more interested in the learning. For learning, namely using the role method, there will be students who act as seller and there are students who act as buyer. When a buyer is going to buy a discounted item, the buyer first calculates the price of the item, then confirm to the sellers what the price will be. Another example is exchanging money. This is the type of activity that is very suitable for teachers who are teaching materials about denomination of money. With this learning activity, it will be easier for students to understand denomination of money. Students need a variety of counterfeit money to be used learning media. In the game, students sit in a circle. The first student must give money with a certain value to the second student. The second student who receives the money must give change with the same value but with a different bill. The exchange process is continuously carried out with the student next to him. Each exchange process is given 10 seconds. If it is more than 10 seconds, the student must be eliminated. The moral value of this game is that students must be trained to be cheerful and dexterous in exchanging money for value. This will be a good moment to teach them currency denomination in a fun way, which is learning while playing. Why here I give two examples about money? Because in everyday life we are never absent for things that smell of money. So with learning like this, students are accepted to be able to understand learning for the long time. In addition, teachers can also use technology-based learning media to make the classroom learning more attractive to students. One of the media that can be used is assembler. The use of assembler can be either 3D or ER. In the assembler application, teachers are also required to be creative so that material to be taught to students is conveyed well, briefly, clearly, and of course interesting. The use of animation contained in assembler will certainly attract students' attention to be seen and learning. I'll show you how the assembler application works. But before I want to apologize if the assembler that I made is not interesting because I can also still learning. So here we go. This is the initial appearance when opening the assembler link given by the teacher. I took the Suga title, sudut dan garis, or angles and line. Then press View 3D. Then it will wait like this, loading. Well, when it is opened, it will look like this. When the home button beside the left corner is pressed, it will return to the first scene.
After they go through all these games, they're much more relaxed and they learn more and they are excited to know more about maths. Now they have more opportunity to get to hands-on games and learn through games for maths, these sort of things. Yeah. But our time doesn't have these sort of things.
I can count money fast. So if I'm very hungry, I can just go and give the auntie the money and get the food quickly.
So PE elements such as running, hopping are actually incorporated in our maths games, where we also design the games such that it is related to their classroom learning. What is important is how the children are learning and how they are being engaged in the classroom so that they become better learners in mathematics.
When you take an education program as a teacher, you must be able to make learning as fun as possible and related to real life so that it is easier to understand. A teacher must also be able to make learning fun and not monotonous by using game methods or visualizing using technology that is growing. maybe that how can I explain it on this time. I hope that my explanation is satisfactory, and see you.
Hai guys, jadi sekarang kita lagi bikin video untuk Nisa.
Hi, my name is Annisa Ramadhani from PM 2022D, and my student identification number is 2203027. First of all, let me introduce myself. Hello, my name is Annisa Ramadhani from PM 2022D, and my so that materials to be taught to students. That is because the student lack in training because teaching habits are monotonous and unfair, and the impression of a killer teacher. From PM 2022D, and my identification number is 22030127139. There will be students who act as seller, and there are students who act as buyer. And see you next time. Bye bye.